Hello and welcome back to the Film Club, the club where we talk about films that we've been recently watching, viewing, enjoying. Let me know what you've been recently watching and enjoying, and if you've seen what I'm about to talk about, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. I've been wanting to see Past Lives for so long. I saw so much hype about it. I've seen like the reviews and just everything about it has said that it's incredible. While it doesn't necessarily seem like my typical go-to film, a romance film, it was A24 and from the praise it got, I couldn't not see it. I missed out when it was in cinema, but for some reason Odeon decided to put on an extra showing of it, so I finally got to see it, and this film didn't disappoint at all. I recently finished reading Norwegian Woods by Murakami, and this film gave me a similar vibe or a similar sense of story. It felt like a novel. It felt like it was just telling this deep story, and there was just little details everywhere, and it was great. The relationships, I felt like I knew what all the characters were feeling without them even telling me or even needing to be on screen for that long. So this film starts with following a young girl and boy who have a crush on each other. They're only like 11, 12, but they go on a first date, but the girl moves to America. Fast forward like 12 years, I think it is, and he finds her online, well, she finds him online, sort of. They start to connect over the phone, and they just like have a genuinely really strong connection. They talk all the time over video, but eventually she realizes that she's not moving forward with her life. She's sort of stuck back in that country, back where she was born from, and she needs to progress in that country. She's not spending time speaking English, she's spending time speaking Korean to him. It's not what she wants. So she sort of says to him, let's have a break, let's pause, we'll reconnect another time, but I need to focus. And then she goes off to a retreat where she meets a guy who, fast forward 12 years later, is her husband. After these 12 years, the guy has also been in a relationship, but he's broken up, and now he's traveled to America essentially to see her. It doesn't say that that's the reason he's going, but I mean, as viewers, we can pretty much see that that's the reason he's going. When he gets there, they have the same connection. Even though she's got a husband, they really seem to connect on a really nice level, which is sad for her because she feels like she owes it to him to talk to him because she was the one who cut it off, but also she's got a husband she can't stray away from. And she doesn't want to stray away from. She can't help but spend more time with him, and towards the end they share this moment, and this was genuinely such a beautiful moment in a film for me. The two of them were stood there, and it was just silence. Them two stood looking at each other, and to me that was the switching point of they could have got together at that point. She could have gone in for the kiss, but she didn't. It wasn't their time. That's the sort of the point of the film. Sort of overarching themes of the film are that our lives are more than just these current moments. We are souls that are interconnected and have got past lives with each other or even future lives with each other. And that was the switching point where maybe these two were supposed to be together in another life, but that's not that life now, and she's now living in the present life with her new husband, and that's what meant the most to her. To me, that was the point where it could have gone either way, and that's why I genuinely loved that moment so much. Afterwards, she goes back to her husband and starts crying because I think she realises that it could have gone such a completely different way. In a different life, he came over to America, or she never moved away, and they became husband and wife or lived together or whatever it was. It could have been that in a past life, or if something had changed in the past, but it didn't, and you've just got to accept that. The whole film he is chasing after her essentially, but I think that's the point as well where he realises, I've got to stop, I've got to move on. It was a great film with great themes. I even genuinely really loved the character of the husband, where he's got this view of like, maybe he's not good enough, he doesn't add to her life what he can add to her life. The whole conversation, and this was a really, really strong scene for me. It might have actually been one of my favourite scenes of the film, where he's talking to her about how in her dreams she speaks Korean, not English. So there's a part of her that he doesn't feel like he can even connect to, whereas the other guy can. He doesn't see himself in her dreams because she is talking Korean. The cinematography was just beautiful. It was just, I mean, every shot was amazing. The light, the city felt like a character in itself. The music was just stunning. Every part of it. This film was a masterclass in filmmaking, in story writing, and in acting as well. All actors did a great job. the casting. I don't know who did the casting, but like the fact that we went through 3 different ages and all 3 different ages looked like the same person. Great job. Great job. But yeah, have you seen this film? Let me know in the comments if you have, and if you haven't, go ahead and watch it, come back and comment what you thought about it. Anyway, I'll see you next time on the Film Club.